Hello. So, the spiritual practice that we're talking about today in church is meditation. And this is a practice that's very near to me and dear to me and important to me. So, Wes asked me to speak on it for a moment. Um, First of all, why is this important to me? What does this mean to me? Well, it means prayer. It means coming to a space and connecting to Source, clearing my head, clearing my mind, getting into the stillness, the quiet space, stopping thinking about what's next, the day-to-day routine that I do. My mind's constantly moving. This is my time, my space to come and clear that out, come into a new place. I engage in this practice as often as I can. I do it generally in the mornings when I wake up. I'll sit for a few minutes. If I have a lot of time, I'll sit for a longer amount of time. But even just a few minutes is helpful to get through the day, to have that, just those few moments of centering and quiet. Smells are really important, so I usually light an incense. It's just it's a calming thing. It's a familiar smell that says it's time. It's time to step into this space. It's time to connect to yourself, to connect to Source. Just a gentle reminder of that. I'll often start with a poem or even read poems throughout. Hafiz, a Sufi poet, is one who's been really meaningful to me, so I'll read one of his right now that I think speaks to this topic well. He says, "When the words stop and you can endure the silence that reveals your heart's pain of emptiness, or that great wrenching sweet longing, that is a time to try and listen to what the beloved's eyes most want to say." So for me, I interpret this as saying, when the words stop and I can endure the silence, when I can settle into the silence of non-thinking, that's when God speaks most clearly. And that's been my experience with meditation. In the silence, when the words stop, that's when God speaks most clearly. But like all spiritual practices, there are struggles as well. One of my biggest struggles with meditation is remembering how much I love it. I forget. I get distracted by the next thing, or my cell phone, people in my house, and I'll forget how important this is to me. It really is the biggest struggle. Aside from that, it can be hard to sit still for a long time. And it's not easy for everyone, but with practice, it becomes so much more comfortable.